Hey everyone. I've received a lot of feedback from my first pet mode video, and I definitely understand where some people are coming from. I wanted to do a little bit more of a scientific test, scientific in the sense that you can see the whole process, and there will be no doubt once you see an unedited video of pet mode used on auto low. It is 99 degrees here today locally. It is actually a little bit cloudy right now, which is nice. But I've been running climate for a few minutes. It feels bearable in the front seat. I would like it a little cooler. I have it set to 71 auto low. I'm going to turn pet mode on. I'm going to do the open door, closed door when not seated trick. The cabin temps show 83 to start, now 82. And let's see how long it takes to get to. Just one note, the fan speed has not changed at all since engaging pet mode from auto low. The air feels cool coming out of the vents, but not ice cold. I think I can sort of hear the compressor working, the air compressor. It's hard to tell. The vehicle is making some noise. But yeah, let's just sit here and see how long it takes. Brought my water. I might be here a while. If my desired temperature were 83 degrees, the car would be doing a fantastic job of holding that temperature. Unfortunately, it is not 83 degrees. It is supposed to be 71 degrees. I'm wondering if we can even get to the threshold where the screen changes and says my pet is comfortable. And once again, I hate that I have to say this. I love Rivian. I love my car. I just want pet mode to work properly. That is the goal of these videos, is to get attention, to get feedback. I have sent feedback to Rivian through the mobile app. I don't know if they've processed it, seen it, acknowledged it. I don't think they reached back out to you. I haven't seen any communication from anyone, acknowledging that they need to change how pet mode functions to, one, if auto low is unable to keep the cabin at the set temp in any condition, it should not allow you to go into pet mode from auto low. 2, if they know one of the auto settings doesn't generate enough cool air and fan speed to reduce the cabin to, the set temp, then they need to tune the auto setting. And 3, maybe it's just something wrong with my car and I need to be informed that I need to take my car to service to get air conditioner service. There's a lot of outcomes from this. Hopefully all of them long-term positive. And forgive me if I seem a little grumpy about this. I'm not grumpy at anyone in particular. I think it's unfortunate that this sort of thing isn't caught way earlier in the cycle. Considering pet mode is such a critical feature to so many people. And Rivian does market itself as the adventure brand. They owners have their pets and they take them with them on adventures. Rivian frequently uses dogs and various dogs in marketing materials, things like that. So we have actually made a little bit of progress. We've gone from like hovering around 83 to now hovering at 81, and I think we're gonna eventually get there, guys. Now it is in the shade right now. The car is shaded. The sun is not out. It is behind the clouds. It is a partly cloudy day. I think this is definitely in need of some tuning. But we're gonna sit here and we're gonna keep on going and see how long it takes to get to 71 degrees. Despite that it is pretty warm in here. And I'm warm in the front seat, and I feel like the fan is actually getting lower now. Anyway, I'm warm in the front seat, so let's imagine a pet in the second row or even back. That's really not a pleasant experience. Now, will the pet die if it's 85 degrees? No, but they might slobber everywhere and get tired and pant and stuff. You want your pet to be comfortable. You don't want them to be hot, and especially considering the whole purpose of the mode is to keep them cool. You want to keep them cool. Let's use the full capabilities of the car to cool the cabin down. That is the goal. I thought we were making some good progress, but we've I feel like the fan is barely blowing. But we're gonna keep on trucking. I think my phone is probably 120 degrees right now, though. Oh, we were making such good progress too, and then the fan slowed down. I think I'm gonna run out of water before it reaches 71 degrees. No, come on, 80. Oh my God, we're going up? Come on. I really don't want to be in here for like an hour. I know I said I would see how long it took to get to 71, but this is kind of crazy. All right, it's 3:32. I'm gonna call it if it's not under 78 degrees at 3:40. I'm gonna end the video because it's just not gonna happen, guys. We're backtracking now. Okay, I won't end the video at 3:40, but I'm switching to climate auto high, and I'm gonna redo it, and we'll see how quickly it gets to the target. Because I can tell you right now, we're not gonna make it to the target on auto low. It will never get to 71 degrees. And 71 is really not even that aggressive. I've seen people, it allows you to set it down to 68. That's the low end of the setting. And before anyone comments, which you're free to comment whatever you want, obviously, but I got a lot of comments in the last video that like, oh, well, of course, if you let your car sit out in the sun and then just try to run pet mode, it's not going to do it. Well, the car was like high 80s and it's 99 degrees outside. I was running the climate a decent amount prior to getting in the car. If I wasn't running the climate, the car would be over 100 degrees inside, considering the external temperature, which you saw on the screen before I started this. So, you know, feel free to comment whatever things you want, but you will not be taken seriously if you do. It's 3:35. We got 5 minutes before we switch to auto high. 5 minutes. Hey, we made it to my pet is safe and comfy. Uh-oh, well, we switched back. We made progress though. That was pretty good. I think it's possible my neighbor might come talk to me. That would really mess the video up. We'll see. It's 3:36 p.m. Oh, we're back up to 80 somehow. I truly don't know. I think what happens is it scales the fan back as it's approaching 71. Like at 77, I could feel the fan speed reduce because, you know, it is auto, so like it is going to automatically control the fan speed, but it's being way too conservative with scaling it back before, and it, you know, since it's so hot outside, it scales the fan speed back, and then the ambient temps cause the cabin temps to rise again, and then it gets above 80 and it starts the fan ramp up, and we're just stuck in this loop basically. So once again, to reiterate, pet mode should either not allow you to start it on auto low if the intention is that pet mode somehow carries the climate settings over that you had. That's fine, as long as they block you from setting it from a mode that does not allow the temps to reach the set temperature. Or they need to have pet mode completely separate from the auto settings that you had prior to starting pet mode. And pet mode needs to be its own independent logic that just aggressively tries to get the car to the set temperature as fast as possible and maintains it. That's all. So 3:38 p.m. We got 2 minutes left, and let's see if we can get down to 76 maybe. That'd be a good target. 76? No, I don't think it's gonna happen. One more minute. All right, we'll watch it cut over at the same time here. 3:39. I hope I'm getting in frame. I mean, I positioned it to target the screen, so that's a lot easier. 3:39, rolling over to 3:40 soon, I hope. Yep. All right, 3:40, and we're at 80 degrees. So now what I'm gonna do is let myself out to cancel pet mode, and then I'm gonna switch to auto high, and then we're gonna do this again and see how quickly it takes care of the temps. All right. Let's see, high. So we're in auto high pet mode. So now I open the door, close the door, and we're back. And I can feel the fan speed ramping up. You can probably hear it too. We're at 80. Let's see if it can make some progress. It's got to. It's got to make. It's blowing harder than ever. Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna get somewhere here. Well, the sun started peeking out a little bit, so this could be a good sun versus auto high test. Look, we already made it to 76. We're getting there. The sun is trying to fight back. Uh-oh. I'm also curious where the actual temperature sensor is, because it seems to have a lot of variability. I guess it's measuring the recirculated air. So I'm not an HVAC engineer. I don't really know. But you know, we made progress. It's one step forward, one step back with this a little bit, but I believe auto high can do it. I'm a believer. We're gonna get there eventually. Very cool. Now this is obviously much better than auto low, but it is still a bit surprising how long it's taking to get to 71 degrees on the highest fan speed auto setting. Oh, the fan just ramped up a lot. Maybe this is the final push. See, how did it just gain so many? We just gained 4 degrees. There has to be something wrong with my HVAC system. This can't be what everyone's car is doing. It's been 4 minutes-ish. I think I'll stop this test at 350. I just really don't want to sit all day in the car doing pet mode. I mean, that's not the best use of my time. It is if someone would guarantee to me like doing this video will get pet mode fixed, then obviously it's a great use of my time, because that impacts thousands of people, you know, hopefully more than that as they sell more cars. But also, like, there's a great chance that no Rivian employees see this, or no one cares, or it's, you know, it's a gamble with my own time, but trying my best to help the community out, and get bugs like this fixed and looked at, and this makes it better for everybody. This is how things improve, is feedback, constructive feedback. I'm being a little bit critical, but it is a critical area of the car, is pet comfort mode. So I think it's fair. And just to reiterate, I absolutely love the car and I love the brand. I am an R1 owner. I am a Rivian shareholder, if you want to believe that. Stock price has, no bearing impact, or is not impacted by pet mode whatsoever. So I don't feel like I'm hurting shareholders by making a video like this, obviously. Now, if they don't fix pet mode and people lose trust and owners, dislike their Rivian because they can't use pet mode, that does cascade down to eventually maybe impacting sales in some way. Software-defined vehicles, the software experience and the testing and everything that goes along with that has to be rock solid, or you lose your customer faith will be slowly eroded, I guess I'll say. .346, we've got 4 minutes left. I think we're gonna make a final push and we can try to get to 71 degrees. I would love for someone to tell me, hey, that's not how my R2 does it at all. And let me also reiterate, I don't know if I've said it in this video, doing this test in my R1, the HVAC system blows hard, cold, and gets the temp down within minutes. It takes less than 3 minutes probably to hit a target temp from almost anywhere. And of course, the R1T, which is what I have, the cabin is a lot smaller, but I mean, you are selling an SUV, you size the HVAC system for an SUV, right? So this should be no problem. And we've taken a step back here. I think the logic on this is just really, it's not tuned properly, or I will, say my car could be broken, my HVAC system could be broken. When I'm driving, I don't personally ever get uncomfortably warm. It feels fine. It's just pet mode that I've noticed issues with. .348, 2 more minutes. And I'd love to be making videos about, launch mode or other features that, I have made a lot of other videos too, but I just really want to harp on pet mode because this is one of the most important and critical features and most widely used features for Rivian owners. It has to be right. It has to work. You have to have confidence in it, or else what's the point of having the mode if you aren't confident to leave your pet in the car? If you're wondering, can my HVAC system even keep up with how warm it is outside? Will my pet get too hot and overheat? Will they be tired and dehydrated before we even go on a walk or wherever you're going? These aren't questions you should ask yourself or have to ask yourself. You should just turn the mode on, have your mobile app and see wow, this is working great. I'm not too worried about it. All right, we're gonna call it 350. We've spent more time on the safe and comfy screen in auto high than we did in auto low. That's absolutely for sure. But I think there's still a missing piece here. All right, it just rolled over to 350. Just make sure you can see that. So I'm gonna exit the vehicle and we will consider this test completed. Just to make sure you can see all the settings I had here.